Here with Miami coach Anthony Noreen after a 7-1 loss to number 12 Arizona State, and we'll take some questions.
Coach, with as much of the goals against coming on special teams, what do you think was just different for you guys, 5-on-5 versus power play and PK?
Yeah, I mean, I think credit them. Obviously, we can't put them on a 5-minute power play. Credit them. They put 2 in the back of the net. That's what good teams do. I think they had 3 scoring chances on that 5-minute power play. They put 2 in the net. Obviously, you give up a shorthanded goal. Those are back by, it's 1-0 at the time. And we have a great first rep. The first half of it is, we get plenty of looks and do a really good job. And then, they get a crack down the other way and they put it in the back of the net and make you pay. And, in the third there, we make a decision to, we put some guys out there that don't normally play power play because you know what? We felt like they were the guys who were playing the hardest. And again, credit them. They get a crack and put it in the back. Special teams are huge. I mean, I say it going into every weekend. Like if there's something that, an area we need to be really good, you got to have good goaltending. You got to have good special teams in this league. And, you go -4 on special teams, you have no chance.
Dylan Moulton just said in here earlier that he felt like this was a game where you had some of the most odd man rush opportunities for you guys
for sure
all season. What do you think about some of the decision making on those rushes, and how do you think that you turn those into goals?
Yeah, I mean there were opportunities. I think we go back and again, it wasn't. What did they have? 25 shots. We had 21. They don't need many to put them in the back of the net. When they get a crack, they put it through the back of the net. And for us, I think sometimes we overcomplicate it and just don't make the play that needs to be made to put it in the back of the net. I mean, it's something you work on your whole life. It's something you practice every day. And when you get a crack, against a good team, you've got to make them pay. You have to put it in. They're way too talented and too skilled, and they're not going to let you off the hook when they get those looks. And again, it's one of those things where you just got to make the play. There's nowhere else, other way to describe it other than you just got to be able to make a play.
You talked about it a little bit there, but we talked about it with Dylan as well, but the play felt pretty even through most of the game other than especially 5-on-5. It didn't really feel like either team kind of was dominant. How did you see that throughout the game, and how do you kind of improve on that moving into tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's moments where it was pretty dead even. We would get an opportunity, they'd get an opportunity. Again, at a high level, it comes down to a couple moments. So the game comes down to. It's about not breaking the chain, playing the right way, being totally committed, having passion up and down your lineup, doing the hard things. And that's the biggest thing. If there's one thing that we are going to do every single thing humanly possible to do within this program, it's we have got to be willing and able and relentless in doing hard things. And when things get hard, you got to push through. We've got to just get that into our guys. We've got to get that into our program. We got to get that into our guys when they leave here and they graduate. Things are going to get hard. Bad things are going to happen. How do you react? How are you going to react when they do? And we are a team that lets small moments, a couple moments, change games. And we've got to find a way through that. We got to find a way through that as a program. And there's certainly. Listen, to come out on home ice and play in front of a crowd like that, with the record we have and what we've been going through as a program, they're just, I don't care if you're playing the Russian national team. You have got to find a way. You've got to find a way to have more passion, more finish, more, competitiveness regardless. And that's just something that we are going to keep pushing until we get to that point. But we've got to find that.
You mentioned a little bit earlier that they don't need much to score on the chances that they get. Did you see anything defensively, or was it just not really converting offensively for your guys? Yeah, I
mean, I think a lot of the things defensively, the last goal there was just one detail in our coverage where we miss a box out, which again, it's got to be all five guys, got to be on the same page and got to be committed and can't miss a detail against a team this good. It was the same thing on the penalty kill goal. You miss one detail and they make you pay and they put it in the back of the net. But where you've got to be good is you can't spend time back there. They're too talented. You've got to break the puck out better. You've got to come back more connected, and you've got to get out of there sooner. You can't spend time in your own end against a team this good because eventually something's just going to break through. So for us, we've got to do a better job breaking it out. We've got to do a better job managing up the ice. And the best defense against a team like this is you got to spend time in the offensive zone. And I think when you look at those stretches there where they didn't score, or they weren't getting much, it wasn't that we were defending really well. It was we were spending some time in the offensive zone and not allowing them to play offense.
Here with Dylan Moulton after a 7-1 loss to number 12 Arizona State, and we'll take a couple questions.
Dylan, a lot of the offense in this game came on special teams on both sides. After you guys had a pretty positive first power play, what do you think was kind of the issue as the game went along?
I mean, their power play was no surprise to us. We knew what they were doing. It was kind of just a little bit of us making mistakes, and they're a good team, obviously, and they capitalized on it. And then, I think, the shorthanded goals obviously just can't happen. That's just us needing to be tougher on it.
Felt like you guys were pretty evenly matched through most of the game. Kind of what you see out there, and how do you take that and move that into tomorrow?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's 7-1 because of the way we played, and it's honestly embarrassing, because it's to a point where we beat up on each other all week, every day, and it just felt like we didn't do that tonight against a different color jersey, and I think they can be had. Like it's seen, and we were talking about it in between periods with the way that they play. If we can transition the puck faster, I think that's some of the most odd man rushes we've had all year. Obviously we got to capitalize on those, but the score wasn't because they're a way better team than us. I think it's because we just didn't play. We didn't play good tonight at all.
You guys hit a couple crossbars, a couple posts. How do you kind of transition that into putting the puck in the back of the net and converting on the chances that you're getting?
I think a lot of it sometimes is just putting your head down and taking the puck to the net, getting pucks to the net, and creating chances and seeing what happens. Those chances, going off the crossbar and that stuff, it sucks, but I think it's just keep firing the puck at the net. At some point, we'll get the bounce.
What did you see on your goal tonight? Because you had the wraparound. You talked about just putting your head down, taking the puck to the net. Kind of what did you see on that play?
Yeah, Mess just kind of rimmed it. I saw I kind of had some time to go down the wall, and I don't know, they kind of gave me a lot of time to wrap the puck. And, like I said, we talk about trying to take the puck to the net and just create second opportunities and stuff down there. And I was fortunate enough to get the second opportunity myself, so.